Many of us have been working from home a lot more in 2020. So today I thought it'd be great to share some working from home tips that have allowed me to stay more productive and also take some enjoyment from this experience. A big thank you to Milanote for sponsoring today's video. I'm so excited to be partnering with them again because Milanote is an easy to use tool for organizing any creative project. If you're looking for a new fun way to plan out your week, stay tuned because you are in for a treat. Sometimes at home, it's really hard to get into that intense work mode where you're just like getting things done because there are so many distractions at home. If you live with someone else, you are working at home with family, then other people can be distracting, devices can be distracting. The fact that you have like laundry to do or a sink full of dishes can also be distracting. But something I learned as a student that has really helped me as a working human adult is using music. So music is a really great way to trigger my brain to say, hey, now's the time to stay focused. So when I was a student, I created a study playlist with chill lo-fi beats that whenever I had to study for a midterm or a final, like that is what I played to kind of say, hey, okay, now it's time to get in the zone. And I still use that same playlist today, years later, for whenever I have like a big deadline or I just need to be a little bit more productive. There are plenty of pre-made playlists online that you can access. I will even have the one that I created linked in the description box below. And what's great is you can really find options for whatever works for you. Some people like working to classical music. Some people like me like lo-fi beats. I just try and stay away from lyric music, but some people find lyrics not distracting, so that's their choice, their music of choice. It definitely takes a little bit of experimenting to find out which works for you, but definitely there is a bonus if you're able to put on some noise canceling headphones, especially if you live in a household with other people. Just be like, no, the headphones are on. I am in my workplace. You're working from home, it can feel like there's such a loss of structure in your life, and something that I think is so helpful for making me reclaim some structure back is starting each week by creating a weekly schedule, both for things or tasks that I need to do, and in my case also content that needs to go live. Milanote really comes in handy for this because it's a simple tool that you can use to organize any creative project. As you may know, I partnered with Milanote back in the summer to show you how I used it to create mood boards, but they actually have such a variety of templates to choose from. Got my laptop pulled out here so I can show you, but the weekly plan template is definitely one of my favorites. It just makes it really easy to see all of my work to-dos for the week. You can add in lists to each day of the week and even assign due dates to specific items that are a little bit more time sensitive. I also love adding in images to my to-do list to make them a little less scary. I search for images with their built-in engine and with the Milanote Web Clipper, which is a web browser extension that makes it quick to grab images that I posted throughout the week, so I can keep track of content that's gone live on my blog and on my Instagram. There's just so much opportunity for personalization here, and it's one of the reasons why I find Milanote to be such a standout planning tool. You can really make it your own so that you're excited to use it every day. I even add in links, files, arrows, and new boards for any items on my schedule that require some more planning, so all my work can be convenient to find in one place. And then when you zoom out, you are greeted with a beautiful looking schedule for the week that can help you stay on track with your work goals and projects. If you want to try it out for yourself, you can sign up for free by clicking the link in the description box below. Don't get me wrong, I am so grateful that I have a designated spot in my apartment to get work done in, but if I spend day in and day out working in that office, then I find the days quickly just blend together. As a result, I like to make a point of just spicing things up a bit and working in just different areas in my apartment. One of my popular ones is on my kitchen island. I also like to do work here in my living room on the floor, believe it or not. I have like my little meditation pillow, and I have my laptop on my coffee table. There's a candle going. It's a whole moment. Even if you are working in one spot all day, every day, your lunches and your breaks are an opportunity to give yourself some space from that area. I make a point of not having lunch at my desk. I either go to my kitchen or sometimes I go to my balcony, my porch, and have it there. Just doing something to give me even a few minutes of distance, because when you work from home, there is no distance to be had. You have to kind of mindfully create it for yourself. Even though I love what I do for a living, like seriously, creating content is the best job ever, it is still sometimes work. And just like any job, you sometimes are like, I don't want to do this today. But something that I have found to help motivate me a little bit more during those unmotivated seasons is having like little pieces of joy in my work environment. For me, that can mean having beautiful pens and colorful highlighters, and even just like really awesome black sticky notes I can use a white pen on, and like, ooh, exciting. I mean, even in this office space, like I have a little ghost, I have a ceramic cactus. Who doesn't like a ceramic cactus? Am I right or am I right? Like, that's a fun time right there. I even have cool pencil sharpeners, cash register, antique sewing machine. What? Having a mug that you really love to sip on tea and coffee throughout the day, having photos of friends and family and loved ones around you, even changing the background of your desktop, or even organizing yourself digitally so your digital environment is really clean. And sure, writing with a beautiful pen isn't going to make work not feel like work. It's sometimes just that, but I think it could be so powerful to sprinkle in a little bit of fun to your day. However, you know, that looks for you. We all have different things that kind of spark joy in us, in the words of Marie Kondo. So I think investing time into figuring out what those things could be is time well spent. Like, come on. Like, how are we not just obsessed right now? I'm dying of cuteness overload. Currently getting distracted by an email. Oh my goodness, must put down. My lecture is in a few minutes, so I gotta start prepping for the Zoom call. Make sure there's nothing incriminating in the background, although there is never anything incriminating in the background. But you just never know. You gotta check, right? Just in case. Okay, let's get this show started. More information that week about the optional extra weekly one-pager and the final, which is coming up so quickly. I don't know where this semester has really... This is my current workstation at the end of a workday. It's not horrible, but it's also not great. I've got like old mug, notes that need to be filed from class, clutter around, so it just needs like 5 to 10 minutes to reset it so that it's ready for tomorrow. And that's one of the things I always do at the end of my workday, is I take that 5 to 10 minutes to reorganize my workstation, wherever that workstation is. When you're working from home, one, you want to make sure that everything's kind of put away so that you don't have to look at it. And this, like, looking at this is just like chaotic, and I want clean, simple. But also too, it makes it so that when I start work the next day, I'm not met with chaos. I'm met with like a clean slate, and I'm a true believer in your environment just reflects what can happen in your brain, and I don't want to risk my day starting off on a wrong note with this being what I'm met with. So much better, right? Ugh, makes me happy. I also make a point of charging any devices that I'm gonna possibly need, like my iPad or my laptop or camera batteries, anything that I could possibly need. I want it ready to go for the next day. And that partly comes from also taking time at the end of the day to review my calendar for tomorrow. That way I can end the day just knowing that everything's handled, I'm in a good spot, and hopefully, fingers crossed, let my brain shut off, because it's hard to do that when you work from home. Like, life and work just blend so much together, and you need that firm, like, okay, I'm done now. The lines for me are definitely not always that clean cut, but at least the intensity of the workday is behind me, and I can start worrying about other things, like adulting things like dinner and cleaning up after myself and grocery shopping, running errands, all the life things. Thank you again to Milanote for sponsoring today's video. Do not forget to click the link in the description box below so you can start playing around with it yourself and integrating it into your own working from home routine. Leave your #1 productivity tip in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future productivity working vlogs, and I will see you all very soon with a new video. Until then, bye everyone.